I, Rachel Smith, swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, starting now. And what better way to share my private thoughts than to broadcast them on the internet? So here it is. Part 1. The shudder-inducing and cliched, however totally false account of how I lost my virginity to a guy at community college. My part 1. Character choices. Emma Stone as Olive Pendergast. Nobody could have picked a better character than Olive. Emma Stone is hilarious. She completely flourishes in this role. She takes it to a whole new level. She completely becomes the character, and you can obviously tell how much fun and how much enjoyment she got out of this role. Ali Michalka as Rainan. She is so stereotypical. She is that dumb blonde. She is that girl in high school that we all knew. She's the one that feeds off of drama. She's the one that flourishes off of gossip. And she's the one that's more concerned with her bra size than she is of anything of any certain value. Oh, and value brings us to Amanda Bynes as Mary Ann. Amanda Bynes is crazy. She takes this role and she completely nails it. Mary Ann is the girl that is so religious, and she just thinks she's such a good person. In reality, she spends all that time judging others. She takes one thing that she hears in the bathroom and completely ruins someone else's life. She is that girl that is so out on the ledge that no one wants to listen to, and the entire school basically hates her. Dan Bird as Brandon. He is the reason that Olive is in so much trouble. It's because of him. He hears the rumor, she tells him it's not true, and he still asks if she'll help him. He asks to be her boyfriend. Doesn't really work that way. He does not listen to anything that Olive had said to him. She told him it wasn't true, and still he's like, you know what? I think we should have sex. It'll make everyone think I'm not gay. Nah, it's not really how that works. But she goes above and beyond and decides to do it at Emily Bostic's house. So everyone will hear and everyone will know that Brandon is not, in fact, gay. Well, that doesn't work out for her for too long, but because Brandon and her go back and are old friends, she felt sorry for him and still chose to do this for him. Penn Badgley as Todd. Who did not have a crush on Todd when this movie came out? He's adorable. He's chivalrous, and he's the hero of the story who's going to take her off on the lawnmower and be happily ever after. He's so cute. This movie is so cute. It's annoying. Thomas Hayden Church as Mr. Griffith. Everyone has that one favorite teacher that you can relate to. The one that's going to keep you out of trouble, the one that's going to keep you going, and the one that you believe that is your person, like the one that you trust and the one that you just really don't want to disappoint. And Mr. Griffith is that for Olive. And as long as I'm at it, his one-liners are hilarious. Hugs not drugs, mess with the bull, get the horns. Roman is having an okay day and bought a Coke Zero at the gas station. Raise the roof. His voice is hilarious and his one-liners are so funny. He's all about the cliche and everything that's not drugs and your 4 mismatched tires that aren't possible. Like, everything that he says doesn't make sense, and it's so funny. Well, his relationship brings us to Lisa Kudrow as Mrs. Griffith. As a character, she is awful. She is terrible. She's the reason Olive now has chlamydia because she is sleeping with Mary Ann's boyfriend, Micah. Well, everyone loves Lisa Kudrow because she's Phoebe from Friends, but in this movie, she is terrible. She makes terrible decisions, and she plays an awful character. But everyone loves her, and I just don't understand. Alright. So there are 2 sides to every story, and so this is my side. The right one. And this leads us to part 2. I have to flip my paper over here. Sorry. The accelerated velocity of terminological inexactitude. My part 2. Character relationships. Olive and her parents are hilarious. Their family dynamic is awesome. When you were in high school, don't you wish your parents were like Olive's? And if they were, you probably didn't like it. But they're incredible. Her father's probably gay, which is hilarious. They have so many little innuendos. And her mom is just way out there. At their family dinner, they have her spell it in the P's because they can't figure out twat is the word that starts with a T and it's English British slang. It's so funny. And then the family member of the week is always the dad because mom always gets to pick family member of the week. Their relationship as a family and as a whole is incredible and just feeds to her character. Olive and Marianne. Marianne begins this film out to get Olive because she overheard something in the restroom that was not good. And Marianne's quotes from this movie are hilarious. Like, she hopes she washes the sheets. Like, where does that come from? It's so funny. The writers in this are so clever. It's hilarious. But, side note. Anyway, Marianne is out to get Olive. Out to get her. Like, plain and simple, she is out to destroy Olive. All until, for some miraculous reason, that Olive decides to help console her when she's crying in the office. And now they're best friends. Best friends. This is just how high school works. Everyone hates everyone until someone does something for them. And then they're best friends. Best friends. There's no getting out of it. They're friends forever. And then something else terrible happens, and Marianne goes back to hating Olive. That terrible thing is her pretending to sleep with Micah. Bad decisions. Which carries us over to Olive and Brandon. Starts everything. Olive would have gotten out of it and would have been over with. She would have been just old news if she didn't agree to pretend to publicly sleep with Brandon. Brandon talks her into this, and this ruins everything. She feels bad for him, so she agrees to go publicly sleep with him. Like, why? Why would you make this decision? And then Brandon takes it even worse, and then he tells everyone what really happened. So not only does she know, and he knows, but everyone that Brandon told knows. So that creates this huge domino effect of people that and need Olive's help. It just really doesn't make sense, does it? But, you know, she is open for business if you really know what happened. And otherwise, everyone just thinks she's a tramp. And that is because of Brandon. Brandon runs his mouth. Brandon needs help. Everything. It all goes down to Brandon. Olive and Raymond. She's a jerk. She really is. She is that high school girl, and she is a jerk. She's the girl that's so obsessed with drama. She's the girl that won't believe Olive, and she's the one that turns her back on Olive. She is supposed to be Olive's best friend, and she is that flaky, fake best friend that we all had when we were in high school, and it is awful. Raymond completely turns her back and just does not help Olive when Olive needs it. And on the bright side, we have Olive and Todd. The cutest fake not relationship that everyone just wants to happen because Woodchuck Todd, he's a babe. He's so cute. And he knows Olive, and he knows that she didn't do this because he fake first kissed her in 8th grade. And he knows the truth, and he just is just the cutest little guy ever, and he's so chivalrous, and he's the hero because he protects Olive, and then he helps Olive get out of trouble at the end when she is in far too deep and she can't get out. And let's be honest, who doesn't want a Woodchuck Todd to save the day? He's adorable. Olive and Mr. Griffith. This also makes Olive's life much more difficult than it would have been. She doesn't want to disappoint him, she doesn't want to hurt him, and she doesn't want to make him upset. So when it all comes down to it, she pretends to have chlamydia because she does not want to hurt Mr. Griffith. Mr. Griffith's wife had been sleeping around with Marianne's boyfriend, Micah, and she gave him chlamydia. But she was. Words. He told everyone that Olive gave it to him. So that made Marianne hate Olive. That made Olive have chlamydia, which she didn't because she wasn't doing anything that she had been fake pretending to do. But she did it all so she could cover Miss Griffith, just because she didn't want to hurt Mr. Griffith. Part 3. A lady's choice and a gentleman's agreement. My part 3, however, is storyline. And now that I'm talking about it, I probably should have talked about storyline as my part 1. But we're in too deep now, so let's just roll with it anyway. And I have to find all my notes. Just a second. An invisible high schooler named Olive becomes the talk of the town when an unfortunate fake secret, basically a blatant lie, is told to her best friend in the restroom. Well, this lie is overheard by Marianne, which is the radical leader of the church group at their school. So, she takes this secret and she tells it to everyone. And by the time the school day is over, everyone thinks Olive is a tramp because she had fake sex with a college guy. So, this makes Rain and her best friend absolutely love her because she thinks she's so cool, but also quickly hate her because she's honestly jealous of the attention that Olive is getting. Olive enjoys the attention because at least she's getting attention, but that also is short-lived and she soon regrets that too. So, she has fake sex again with Brandon in order to save him because he is getting beat up day in, day out because he's gay. So, he has fake sex with Olive to pretend that he is in fact not gay. But no one would believe it, so they do it publicly at Emily Bostic's house. So, everyone will know the truth, that Brandon is not gay. Well, this creates her for open for business sign. So everyone that is in trouble and everyone that needs her help has to come to her and tries to get her to lie for them. Well, she starts getting paid in gift cards. Well, it's not the smartest decision. Her wardrobe goes downhill. It looks like she's shopping at Victoria's Secret. She upholsters an A on her, and she takes it way too far. She has the A, she's walking around in very non-appropriate clothing, and even Mr. Griffith starts to get concerned. Todd wonders what happened to her wardrobe. She's getting all the attention of all the boys in the school, and she is rolling with it. She is having a good time. But that's also only on the outside. On the inside, she's in trouble, and she's going down fast. So, Marianne is on her, trying to get her suspended, and Rainin is starting to get jealous, now thinks she's a tramp and doesn't want to be her friend anymore. And then Marianne has a breakdown in the office, and Olive helps console her. Well, this makes Marianne and Olive be best friends. Weird. It is literally just like high school. Everyone flips and flops, and it's about whatever you can do for someone else. So, they are now best friends. A very short-lived relationship, because 20 minutes in to their best friend relationship, well, you come to find out that Marianne's boyfriend, Micah, had been sleeping with Mr. Griffith's wife, Mrs. Griffith. And guess what? She gave Micah chlamydia. Well, Micah rolls off saying it was Olive, so Mrs. Griffith wouldn't get in trouble. Well, and now Olive, she has chlamydia. Even though she hasn't done anything wrong, she hasn't done anything with any of these people, she goes ahead and takes it because she doesn't want to hurt Mr. Griffith. Like, that's crazy. I wouldn't do that for somebody. That's insane. But she does it anyway because she doesn't want to hurt Mr. Griffith. At this rate, she's gone. She's gone downhill. She has fake done stuff with 9 guys. She has gotten terrible gift cards for it, and everyone hates her. She actually starts to hate herself too. She has no friends. She has no one she can trust, and she's in trouble. So she goes and runs around to different churches at her town and tries to find out what all the talk is about. It doesn't work out for her. So at this point, she is in school by herself, all alone, no friends. Everyone's talking about her. Everyone is judging her. And it is time for her to get out. She goes on a date with Rainin's ex-boyfriend, forever in love with Guy Anson. And he thinks that she is for real. She thinks it's a date, and he thinks it's business. So she tries to get out because he offers her $200 to Home Depot to have sex with her. Well, it's not really how it works. She really wasn't doing any of those things with any of those men. So she runs off, and here comes Woodchuck Todd to save the day. Woodchuck Todd, in fact, drives her home, and she breaks down. She starts bawling her eyes out, telling him that none of it was true and that she just doesn't want to do it anymore, and she hates herself and she needs out and she doesn't know what to do. And he just kind of laughs, and he knew the truth. He knew all along. She did the same thing for him when they were in 8th grade. So she wants out, and she wants out fast. She wants out now, and she just can't do it anymore. She enlists his help for the final pep rally to bring back the Blue Devils and to get everyone to watch her blog so she can understand, so everyone can understand what happened. She tried to get Brandon, she tried to get Evan, she tried to get Micah, she tried to get Mrs. Griffith to all tell the truth, to let her just be gone of these rumors, but none of them would help her like she was willing to help all of them. So, the final pep rally of the semester, she comes in, dressed all in her fancy outfit, and tells everyone to watch her final blog. If you're still with me, and I'm hoping most of you are, this leads us over to part 4. Sorry, part 4. How I, Olive Pendergast, went from assumed trollop to an actual homewrecker. My part 4. Literary illusions. So, The Scarlet Letter. The book parallels the story. She brings up how everything in the reading in class becomes of some real world value at some point, except, guess what? The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn, because she's never heard of a kid running off with a big black guy. Guess what? Guess where Brandon goes? Oh yeah, he runs off with the big black guy at the end of the movie. She embroiders a red A on her wardrobe. Everything that she speaks about as being, just insane and not gonna happen, she foreshadows all of it. She foreshadows all of the good parts of the 80s movies from John Hughes. She talks about how she wished John Hughes had directed her life. I wish that too. But she wishes that Patrick Dempsey would come and take her away in a riding lawnmower because that's real romance. And whatever happened to that? Well, no one knows what really happened to romance. But the movie ends with, guess what? Todd riding away in a lawnmower. And then she talks about how Matthew Broderick has the completely unrelated awesome music number in Ferris Bueller's Day Off. She has a musical number. That's what she does to get everyone to watch her blog. It's completely unrelated, but guess what? She gets one of those too. And then she also talks about how she has Judd Nelson's fist pump in the air at the end of The Breakfast Club. Guess what? She does that too. So, everything that she thinks are awesome and incredible and just aren't going to happen, they all happen to her. She literally tells us what is going to happen by talking about everything else that she wishes would happen. Storybook right there. That is storybook. And finally, this takes us all the way to part 5. Not with a fizzle, but with a bang. My part 5. Not with original ideas, but with the help of Easy A. All rights are reserved. This is my first live blog, and it has been so much fun. I spent probably way too long looking up characters, looking up all the signs. I watched the movie twice in order to get a good justification and a good feeling of how I was going to record this. This is terrifying. I ramble, I get tongue-tied, and I speak about things that aren't related. But as my first live blog, I think it was a lot of fun, and I hope everyone is still watching, and has everyone enjoyed it as much as I have. So, that's my roommate, and it's time for us to go eat lunch. And I hope you all had a great time watching this, because I am done, and I am out of here.